Hey everyone, welcome back to Rock Stardust. Hey, I'm just going to have a look at JJ Burnel again here. I came across a really cool article and yeah, it's interesting stuff. And it's by a guy called Barry Keynes, and he did a lot of work with Record Mirror, and this is quite cool. Following on from my other, Tough Guys of Rock with JJ Burnel. So, hey, by the way, quickly, if you haven't subscribed yet, please do. Just makes a difference to the channel. And for those that have, thanks so much. And do leave your comments in the comment section. Awesome, just awesome. Hey, so the quote was famously, Barry Keynes said, his thoughts on JJ Burnel, with that post-punk era, he was the only bass player. The only great bass player of the era. So that was the quote, the only great bass player of the era, right? So brilliantly, JJ Burnel's response, I think, is absolutely classic. So here's what he had to say. Well, none of them were as good as me, right? That's for sure, all right? With a lot of assurity, right? But some of them did, great stuff. So there you go. That's cool. He references Peter Hook, Captain Sensible, Jar Wobble, Foxton, Bruce Foxton from the Jam. And this is what he says. Foxton was fine, except he, made me go, look at the audience, you cunt. Classic. Some people hide behind the instrument and looking at their, feet all the time. Loads of good bass players, but none of these could approach me in speed, and variety and melody. That's for sure. All right, so there. But he was kind of laughing at the same time. But I thought this was an absolute classic. So he definitely had a lot of confidence. But there's a lot of truth in that. He really stood out in that period as, to me anyway, the outstanding bass player. And that playing absolutely makes the Stranglers stand out. It's the driving force of that band, along with the brilliant keyboards, of Dave Greenfield, Jet's drumming there, and Hugh, who's an underrated guitar player and had his own coolness about him as well. But yeah, and look, just going back to that Tough Guys of Rock video I did, and thanks for some of you watching that and commenting and appreciate the support that got. There's another story I came across, so I just wanted to share this one as well, right? So at school, JJ broke into the school weaponry department and held two people at gunpoint. He was an outsider, a loner, all right? The most rebellious phase of his teenage career, JJ was involved with the Hells Angels, Kingston upon Thames. His handiness in the field of karate meant he was definitely capable of, backing up his words, right? And once the JJ was actually left alone in the band house, in the early days, for 2 days with no food. So he decided to walk down to 5 miles down the road to where some tomatoes were growing. And that was right next to a sewerage farm. Classic, But hey, you got to eat, right? Another classic story that I've stumbled upon, I'll share this one. In the early days, the Stranglers were at the last minute replacing the Ian Gillan band on the bill. And this is in Glasgow, right? So you can only imagine the crowd that have gone to see sort of, Ian Gillan, hard rock kind of audience, the long hair and, that kind of stuff. But seeing the Stranglers turn up would have been absolutely a bit of a surprise for them. So the Glaswegians are apparently in the crowd that were not too impressed and wanted to tear the band apart. And radio producer Stuart Cruikshank recalled the gig as a phenomenal punk rock performance, also noting that JJ Burnel was karateing people off the stage because the crowd was trying to get them. They were so appalled, I guess, at the replacement of the England band. But another classic line was in those days, JJ's quoted as saying, "We were clean, wholesome boys," sarcastically. Clean. We were the clean, wholesome boys next door. That's if you happen to live next door to a morgue. Classic, right? So hey, look, just wanted to share this with you, and a bit of entertainment around old JJ Burnel again. But we love him, and there's some great stories. So please do share your own in the comment section if there's any others that you've got there. It's been a great source of information and some good laughs. And again, please do remember to subscribe and like the video. That would be very cool. All right, catch you next time. Thanks for watching Rockstars. Cheers.